Hello, my name is Mary Lesher, and I'm the Public Program Specialist for the Smithsonian American Art Museum's Renwick Gallery. And today I'm going to show you how to make a felt pennant. To make a felt pennant, you need a few things. First is a blank piece of felt that's going to serve as your backing, additional felt pieces to cut out your design, a hot glue gun, and extra sticks of glue, scissors in a variety of sizes, and tweezers to make things a little bit easier. The first thing you're going to do is plan out your design. As you can see here, I've cut out some beautiful shapes that I want to make into flowers for my pennant. So I am going to get started by first adding these little decorative parts onto the edge of my pennant. I'm going to very carefully apply a line of glue, being very careful not to burn myself. Lightly holding down to let things adhere. I'm going to flip over and add my two little tags on the end. I'm trying to make these roughly equal in their placement, but if they're not perfect, that's all right too. So now we have our base completed, and it's time to add flowers. To do this, you're going to take some scissors and a piece of felt, and you can freehand a design, you can trace something onto the felt and then cut it out. Today I'm going to be just freehanding the design of this flower, trying to make it roughly equal in size on all the petals, but don't feel bad if they get kind of wonky. Now that I have this flower cut out, I'm going to make a little bit of the center out of some scraps of felt that I have left over. Once I get my general shape, I'm just going to tidy this up a little bit. And then add one more layer just to make it fun and interesting. You can take a little bit of fussing and dexterity to get everything the way that you like it, but it won't take too long. So now I have this flower planned out. It's going to go right there. I've already cut out the petals for this flower, so I'm just going to place those generally where I think they'll go. And then add my final flower. Now that I have them set up on here, it's time to start gluing. So first what I'm going to do is glue all these small components together and then glue the full flower onto the backing. And as I'm doing this, especially with these small pieces, I'm going to use my tweezers. So especially for something like this, I'm going to put a little glob of glue and then use these tweezers to help place each petal. And if I glue myself to the felt, that's okay, we can fix that. Okay, last petal. There we go. Now we have this cutie little flower. And with this last flower here, I've used a bunch of different little scraps from other things that I've cut out to make this pretty design. And I just lined things up on here so that it fills the space and makes it look like it has petals. And for this one especially, I'm going to use my tweezers so that I do not hurt myself. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here. There we go. And then use my tweezers to place this and just push it down to save my fingers. And I'm going to do the same thing a few more times. Okay. Okay. So now we have all these small components done, and you can see that I have lots of little threads left over from my glue gun. So I'm just going to pull those out and separate them, especially on flowers that are already dried. You can go through and use your fingers or a pair of small scissors to trim off those little extra bits of glue that you don't want on there. And now it's time to assemble everything. So I have my 3 different flower components, and I think I'm going to put them on like this. So once again, using our glue gun, being careful not to burn ourselves. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back here. The nice thing about hot glue is that a little bit goes a long way, so you don't have to use too much. Placing the flower, pushing it down, and again being careful not to burn myself. Okay. And for this one, I'm going to put a little dot of glue in the middle and then add a little bit, just a tiny bit to each petal so that they stay in place. And this one I am quite certain will burn me, so I'm going to use my tweezers here to put it in place. And just like that, you have a beautiful felt pennant all your own. I hope to see you at a future Handi-hour. Thank you for watching.